understand what it's doing and why you believe it only gives you truths, then you can see beyond that system. Now, how do you see beyond it? What is it that enables you to transcend that system? Well, it's your understanding of what the system is actually saying and what the statement that you've constructed is actually saying. So it's this quality of understanding, whatever it is, which is not governed by rules. It's not a computational procedure.
So this idea of understanding is not going to be within the rules of within the formal system.
Yes, you're only using those rules anyway, because you have understood them to be rules which only give you truth. There'd be no point in it otherwise. I mean, people say, well, okay, this is one set of rules as good as any other. Well, it's not true. You see, you have to understand what the rules mean. And why does that understanding of them mean give you something beyond the rules themselves? And that's what it was. That's what blew my mind. It's somehow understanding why the rules give you truths enables you to transcend the rules.
So that's where, I mean, even at that time, that's already where the thought entered your mind that the idea of understanding, or we can start calling it things like intelligence or even consciousness, is outside the rules.
Yes. See, so I've always concentrated on understanding. You know, people come and point out things. Well, we know, what about creativity? That's something a machine can't do, is create. Well, I don't know. What is creativity? And I don't know. And, you know, somebody can put some funny things on a piece of paper and say that's creative, and you could make a machine do that. Is it really creative? I don't know. You see, I worry about that one. I sort of agree with it in a sense. But it's so hard to do anything with that statement. But understanding, yes, you can. You can go see that understanding whatever it is, and it's very hard to put your finger on it. That's absolutely true.
Can you try to define or maybe dance around a definition of understanding?
To some degree, but I often wondered about this. But there is something there which is very slippery. It's something like standing back. And it's got to be something, you see, it's also got to be something which was of value to our remote ancestors. Right. Because sometimes there's a cartoon which I drew sometimes showing you how all these, in the foreground you see this mathematician just doing some mathematical theorem. There's a little bit of a joke in that theorem, but let's not go into that. He's trying to prove some theorem, and he's about to be eaten by a saber-toothed tiger who's hiding in the undergrowth, you see. And in the distance, you see his cousins building, growing crops, building shelters, domesticating animals. And in the slight foreground, you see they built a mammoth trap, and this poor old mammoth is falling into a pit, you see, and all these people around him are about to grab him, you see. And well, you see, those are the ones who, the quality of understanding, which goes with it's not just the mathematician doing his mathematics. This understanding quality is something else, which has been of tremendous advantage to us, not just to us. See, I don't think consciousness is limited to humans.